Welcome to
Mhm.
another episode of The Brand Called You, a podcast and podcast show that brings you leadership lessons, knowledge, experience, and wisdom from hundreds of successful individuals from around the world. I am your host, Ashutosh Garg, and today I am privileged to welcome a very multifaceted and accomplished woman from Tunisia, Salwa Sahloul. Salwa, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Greeting from Tunisia.
Thank you. Salwa is the head of mission in the head of government in Tunisia. She's worked in the Ministry of National Defense, Ministry of Women's Affairs. She's an international coach and expert on women, peace, and security. In September 2019, at the 47th General Assembly of the United Nations in New York, she was selected among the 21st women mediators of the Global Alliance for Regional Networks of Women Mediators. And in March 2021, she was chosen by the Mediterranean Women Mediators Network to be among the most influential women in the field of mediation in the Mediterranean region. My goodness, how much you have achieved, Salwa. Congratulations.
Thank
But
you.
let me start by asking you, I would love to understand your journey as a woman leader in Tunisia.
Okay. My journey starts with big struggle
Mhm.
with who? With my son and my daughter.
Okay.
You will be surprised of what I will say, but the best, the best thing and the best fight that we can do is with own shoulders. Okay, because when we start with journey, you start another day with hope. So giving hope to children is not easy.
Correct.
Inspiring our children is not easy. So I began my journey with my children, with hope, with love, and with inspiration. I give her inspiration and I take inspiration from them. So I go to my office, and the office is not easy. It's some of challenges as a woman in high level position, challenges with missions. So we have to organize our day before by mediation, make our own mediation to bring solution to people.
Okay.
As a woman leader, I have to bring solution to my employees and my chief. So we have this position of be ready to challenges, be ready to give solution, be ready to be positive in all time of the day and prepared to all surprises.
Very nice. So tell me a little bit about, when you were young, your education, and how did you join the government?
When I was young, my first source of dreams, it was my father. He was in the military. So 5-6 years, I go to the office of my father. I see discipline. I see uniform. I see weapon. I see the challenges. I see all this military spirit. So it's my basic dream is to go to the mission, to military mission with my father. So I have my degree, my university degree with good marks. So I make this position with the academy, military academy, and by my skills, I was admitted in the academy, military academy. And since this day, it's a new beginning of military woman with rank, with missions, and with engagement. Engagement with people, engagement with my country, and engagement to serve. Wow. Only serve with a big heart and a big mind.
Amazing. So, that is something you and I have in common. My father was also a one-star general, but I did not join the military.
I love military. It's in my blood. So it wasn't easy during the military academy. Believe me, my dear friend Ashtush, it wasn't easy because making training, be physically prepared to all missions, be mentally prepared as a female in this strange world. It's a word of man. Believe me, my dear friend. So, men work and to take this position and to stand by yourself and to prove your competence and your competence. It's not easy.
I know.
So every day it's a hard day, but the end of the day is a success day.
Absolutely. And you've achieved some lot of recognition all over the world. But let's now talk a little bit about you as a mediator and all the recognition you have got. Tell me a little bit about the work that you do as a mediator and also the recognition at the United Nations.
Okay, I will surprise you. I will say I never thought that I will be a mediator. You ask me why? I will say you because I was trained as the military, as an official, high-level official, to protect people or to fight. So in 2011, in the revolution, Tunisian revolution, there is the same date of the Libyan revolution. So what happened? What happened? There is some refugees comes, displaces people from Libya to Tunisia. And Tunisia, as a country who serve and who protect human rights, we make a camp for these refugees. What the most population in this camp? There is women and children. So I was in this mission to protect these women and this child.
Okay.
So from this date, I make this question. We go to fight or to protect these human beings? So to protect these human beings and this man, I have to learn more and more about the UN resolution of the Security Council to protect women in wars. It's the agenda of women, peace and security. So I go to the training and I was fall in love with this agenda. To be a mediator, to stop wars and to stop conflicts and for the finish purpose to protect these women and children. Okay, so from this date, I go to training, I become a trainer. I adhere in the African Union, in the network of FemWise Africa. This is a network, a huge network of wise women from Africa, from all the continent who are engaged to the agenda of mediation, women, peace and security, and to make an action plan to protect our continent from all this war. We have to listen from other countries, my dear friend. My respect for friend, there is such inequality. And the African continent suffer from this inequality.
Correct.
Okay. In Tunisia, there is no war. There is a high institution. There is respect for human beings, for human rights. But unfortunately, from other countries in the Africa, women are affected by conflict and by wars. Do you know? The first thing they do in wars and conflicts is to make a network of prostitution where the women are the victim.
Very unfortunate.
Yes. So to be engaged, to be focal point, to be an added value, to give your soul, your heart, your expertise. You do it with big heart, but sometimes you have a recognition And I was surprised by the recognition of the United Nations to be a member of this global alliance of women network. It wasn't my purpose. It wasn't my objective, but they chose me because my work make sound. And I invite all women.
It is a very big thing to get it recognized at the United Nations. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you. I invite all people, men or women, to do their job correctly and to make sound by their work, their sincere work, not by showing their Instagram posters or their photo in, I don't know, Facebook or TikTok. No, it's just the cinema for me. For me, the right job, the correct job, make noise and let people and let the high level institution recognize you.
Very, very interesting. And in 2021, March 2021, the Mediterranean region also recognized you. Yes. Tell me about this recognition and the work you did.
It was a great honor to be to have this letter from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs from Italy. They recognize my expertise as a woman mediator in the field of the agenda also of women, peace and security, and to invite me, my humble person, to join this network. So it was another challenge for me, not only an honor, but another challenge because I have many things to do. The network have gathered some high-level persons, high-level competent women, ex-ambassadors, ex-head of government, UN Undersecretary women. So being among this high-level network of the Mediterranean zone and region is a new challenge for me to give my added value.
Very interesting. So, Salwa, when I was reading about you, when you are an international coach and an expert in women, peace and security, and you have been recognized for it, give me some examples of the areas you have worked in.
Okay, I start with Tunisia, my country, and I choose to give training to precare zones.
Okay.
Okay. And by my surprise, I found that youth and many of intellectual persons didn't know about mediation and protection from the conflict.
Okay.
And some intellectual person didn't know the resolution, UN resolution 1325, where all the world stand to protect the rights of women in the period of conflict. So for me, it was an inspiration, really an inspiration to give this torch, this flame to youth, to spread the culture of peace and security. Because as you know, my dear friend, the speech of violence is growing up more and more in the world.
It is. So I wanted to ask you, for someone who was in the army with a gun, how did you become a peace-loving mediator?
I would like to thank you for this very intelligent question.
Thank you.
And you put your finger in the right place. First, being a military doesn't mean making war.
Correct.
It was made also to protect from war and
Absolutely.
protect from conflicts.
Hmm.
But my position was changed really, as I told you in the beginning of our interview,
Mhm.
in the revolution,
Hmm.
in the camp of Shusha in Tunisia.
Hmm.
When I saw that women didn't need only weapons to protect themselves, they did need support. They did need economic empowerment and peace building from inside, not outside. So from this moment, I changed my vision.
Okay.
My tools in my mind has changed
Hmm.
to become an actor of peace, not only of peace, but of mediation. Because when we make a real and successful operation of mediation, we avoid war. When you see all the wars now and all the conflict now, we have to put the finger of if our countries or our leaders did the right mission of mediation or not. When you see Ukraine and Russia,
Yeah.
are there some wise men to make mediation to protect this woman and these people from war?
Absolutely. Very much needed.
We need mediation. We don't need war. We don't need weapons.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So my next question to you, Salwa, is that, you and I both come from developing countries. And I think leaders are doing their best to say that half the population of the world, which is women, must have an equal status in the world. What is happening in your part of the world, and is the uh, is the gender balance, the gender diversity beginning to change dramatically?
I think that begin to change.
Mhm.
Not only because the law are recognizing the major role of women and the parity to improve the world of our country now, because mentality and mindset have changed. We recognize more and more the position and the role of women to improve this world. And I will surprise you, my respectful friend, to say that due to big effort of men, I say men with big mind and big heart, women are more and more on the table of mediation, more and more in the high level position, and more in the influence missions.
Absolutely. No, I personally believe that, as someone was telling me, that if there were women leaders in Ukraine and Russia, they may have sorted out the problems without any war by now, But you're right. I think there are a lot of changes.
But with support of men like you, I know that you are woman supporter. With your support and men like you, we will go together hand by hand to save this world.
Absolutely. I'm sure we will. So I'm now going to move to the last part of our conversation. I have a few questions for you, Salwa, as an individual. From an amazing life that you have had, daughter of an army or military person yourself, love
Mom,
the...
don't forget mom.
Okay, mom, yes, of course, mom. For well recognized and acknowledged and appreciated international mediator. As you look at life, what are three important milestones that you think are important?
The most important is to love people.
Okay.
Love. The second is to be a change maker.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. We all have deception.
Mm.
We all have some depressive moment. Okay. But if you will stand and be silent, you don't make difference.
Mm.
You have to make a change. Third, hope.
Okay.
We have to give hope.
Mm.
So love, making change, making difference, hope is three most important weapon and milestones.
Very, very good. And tremendous value in what you are just telling everyone who's listening to our conversation or who will listen to our conversation. I have time for two more questions for you. My next question is, who or what has inspired you to achieve so much?
I will start by my family, my mother. If you haven't a good roots,
Correct.
we can't fly on the sky.
Well said.
My mother give us and give me more and more values to spread them around my environment. And the second person who gave me inspiration is Nelson Mandela and Gandhi.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you know that Nelson Mandela and Gandhi are not only two leaders? There is more and more leaders in the world, but Gandhi and Nelson Mandela are an inspired person, change maker, and influencer. Do you know? Even they die from years, more than 20 years, their soul and their values and their achievement we learn from until now.
Very good. Very good. And my last question to you, and this is for the many, many young people who will listen to our conversation. As a woman leader, as a global woman leader, recognized, what would your advice be to a young girl starting off on her life's journey?
Believe in ourselves. Make challenges, learn. Even learning from their wrong things. Learn and improve yourselves.
Very, very, very interesting. Salwa, on that note, thank you so much for speaking to me. Thank you for talking to me about your incredible journey as a child, to a military woman, to a mediator. Thank you for talking to me about your deep thoughts about how you are helping to bring peace to the world through your mediation. Thank you for talking to me about your own deep thoughts about, what will make a difference in the world, and your amazing advice to a young girl starting off on her journey. Thank you very much and good luck.
Thank you for you. It's so amazing to talk and to interview with such high-level person like you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you for listening to the Brand Called You videocast and podcast, a platform that brings you knowledge, experience, and wisdom of hundreds of successful individuals from around the world. Do visit our website www.tbcy.in to watch and listen to the stories of many more individuals. You can also follow us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Just search for the Brand Called You.